Hey everybody, welcome back to Sky Talks Trading. My name is Sky and I am on a quest to invest, and today we're going to be talking all about Clov stock, that is Clover Health. So let's start it off with some Clov news. So in the past few days, Clover has been announcing their partnerships with Spiras Health. Spiras Health secures 5-year value-based contract with Clover Health Direct contracting entity. Spiras Health and Clover share a commitment to addressing the needs of patients with complex chronic conditions with a unique and specialized home-based approach focused on improving the patient's health and quality of life while reducing costs. And then today they just came out with another partnership with Upward Medical Care, and all this is within their direct contracting model. So we're definitely seeing great growth, and it is great that Clover are announcing all these things, these promising partnerships in amongst all of the short squeeze hype and action. So speaking of the short squeeze, let's talk about it. But firstly, I do want to just reiterate that regardless of the short squeeze, healthcare stocks will do very well. You know, as the economy opens back up, there's a huge backlog of people who didn't want to go to hospital. You know, with all the COVID stuff going on, hospitals were the last place that they wanted to go. And also, you know, like non-urgent procedures and checkups just weren't a priority. And now people are getting those appointments rescheduled. So I do think that this is a solid short-term and long-term play. The stock has about 25% short volume daily, it seems. Overall, nearly 50% short interest and growing. The shorts seem to just be riding it up and down like a crazy roller coaster, probably buying options to profit, you know, to cover all the loops and twirls of the roller coaster. I've never been on a roller coaster, so I don't know what it's like. So yeah, I see this play being a short squeeze and or gamma squeeze in the near future. If not, I'd expect this is a $30 stock in, you know, just a couple of months. But always remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is just my opinion and for entertainment purposes. I think a lot of Clove holders are getting a little bit negative and a little bit impatient, and I understand that. But holding is part of the process. There is a method to this madness, and you just have to stick to the plan, you know, finish what you started. The shorts are bleeding money. We're talking hundreds of millions just this month. Whereas, you know, retail investors, in all likelihood, only down 17%, and some people are still in the positive. So retail investors are winning the war. The plan is to outlast the shorts. Whoever flinches first loses, like a game of chicken. They are running out of available shares to short. It was 1.4 million shares about 2 weeks ago, and today it's 20,000. Yeah, only 20,000 at the time of making this video. So, you know, they're kind of running out of ammo. They're currently shorting in the morning to drive down the price and shake out the paper hands, so to speak, and people who are afraid. And a lot of people will be shaken out, and that's just how it goes. It's up to you to decide if you're going to be one of those people. And then they buy back a small portion of shares to cover. And they're repeating this process daily for like 5 days straight now to drill the price down to $6 or $7. However, they have failed. They barely got it to $13, and they are running out of time now. The borrow rate, that is the interest rate to borrow a share for a short position, is making it expensive for them to hold out much longer. The short squeeze is definitely coming. It's just a matter of being patient and not caving first. If you look at GME, AMC, it doesn't happen overnight. You know, we may get lucky and get a gamma squeeze this Friday, but whether it does or it doesn't happen, there will still be plenty of shorts who will hold through this Friday. I really think this thing is just getting started. The catalyst that we are hoping will trigger the long-awaited short squeeze is a gamma squeeze caused by the high volume of call options expiring, ITM, that is in the money or profitable. These call options expire weekly on Fridays, and there is a massive volume this Friday at price points from $10, $12, 14, 14.5, 15, 18, 20, 22, 30, 40. If the price gets above these thresholds, it'll cause the owners of the call contracts to exercise their option to go and buy on the market. And this creates a huge demand, which triggers a sort of a domino effect going up the options chain. And then this, in turn, creates a rapid increase in price called a gamma squeeze. At a price of $13, where it closed yesterday, there are already roughly 7 million shares in the money that will be purchased by Friday. If we get to $20+, this increased to 15 million plus shares. This will surge the price and hopefully trigger the shorts to cave and start covering their losses because, they'll be bleeding money. Something else that I want to mention is this tweet from Elon Musk that has been going around and people have definitely been reading into it. So the tweet is, let's just skip original video games and movies and go straight to the sequel. Now, people are saying that he's referring to Clover. When he says video games, he's talking about GameStop, and when he says movies, he's talking about AMC, and the sequel is Clover. Now, look, I'm someone who is prone to conspiracy theories and stuff like that and subliminal messages. So it's very easy for me to be like, oh my goodness, yes, he's talking about Clover Health. But then my logical side has to kick in and be like, he's probably just talking about video games and movies. But what does it mean? Let's just skip original video games and movies and go straight to the sequel. It actually makes no sense if he's talking about it at face value. Why would you won't understand the sequel if you skip the originals. It makes sense. You can skip and go to the sequel of video games because maybe you can still enjoy it without knowing the storyline, but movies, pretty important. Maybe he means the reboots. Is he saying that reboots are better? That cannot be. Did you see the Sabrina the Teenage Witch reboot? I rest my case. Anyway, we're getting off track. Maybe he is talking about, about Clover Health after all. But it's up to you guys. What do you think? Do you know what? I also want to talk about another stock. Who's to say I can't talk about more than one stock per video? A company that I sort of have my eye on, and others do as well, is Lemonade, and the ticker is LMND. It's being shorted 29%, which kind of makes it a prime candidate for the next short squeeze. It's a tech company looking to disrupt the insurance industry. It blends a digital-first business model with big data and artificial intelligence. So, for example, Lemonade uses AI-powered chatbots to engage customers and price policies, not brokers and actuaries. Theoretically, this should give it an advantage, but Wall Street is skeptical. The company faces competition from big giants in the industry like State Farm and Berkshire Hathaway's Gecko, both of which, make this pretty small tech company even smaller in terms of earned premiums and profitability. As well as that, Lemonade trades at a pricey 62 times sales. So from that perspective, it's easy to see why short sellers have targeted Lemonade. Actually, its unique business model is gaining traction with customers. And actually, Lemonade surpassed 1 million customers in 2020, less than 5 years after it was founded. And that's pretty reasonable growth. By comparison, it took State Farm and Geico 22 years and 28 years, respectively, to reach that milestone. So they also posted a better gross loss ratio, that is the percentage of premiums paid out in claims, than either of their rivals last year, an indication that its AI-powered business model may indeed be an advantage. Robots, better than humans? Maybe. That being said, Lemonade does have a lot to prove, and the stock has been prone to volatility in the past, so maybe I'll do a whole video about Lemonade once I dig a little deeper, do a little bit more analysis, but I just thought I'd mention it right here, right now, and see if you guys have any thoughts on it. And so that's all for today, guys. I hope you are having a great day, and I will talk to you soon.